Hey, 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 ho, ho, ho. What'd you call me? Happy holidays, guys. It's Melissa.
Hi.
And Amy. And we're here from Brilliant Observations. Why, you may ask?
Why are you here?
It's not Thursday. What is happening? It's a little stocking stuffer, even for you Jewish girls and boys. We're giving you extra bonus content over this magical holiday season so that when you are at the point of murderous rage from spending all that extra time with your special friends and loved ones, we're giving you a little seasonal treat. Tell them about it, Missy.
Step away from the knives, step away from the shovels, leave your family in the dust, and walk outside, walk into a room, put your AirPods, earbuds, headphones on, and take a listen. This is a reprieve from your family, from the crazy, from even joy, and come and listen to us for just tiny little morsels through the next week.
Have a dog that needs a walk, have a cigarette that needs a smoke, have a path that needs your presence on it. Grab your best podcast playing device and get the fuck away from those other people for just a quick second. Happy holidays! We're giving you a little extra content as we take a hiatus, but not from you, lovies. Thank you for listening. We hope you enjoy.
Happy holidays. Can you believe all of our friends, for the most part, made it out of college without any sexually transmitted diseases?
Not true, but yes, I can believe it. There is one, and it's a stunner. You must not have been listening at our party. There's one. There's one.
All right.
And then there'll be one. Were you trying to conceal, or did you not know? Just tell the truth.
Well,
I'm never gonna name. So
I did not know. But
okay.
I was in a different conversation. Yeah.
Well, here's what happened. Years and years and years ago, it could have been in college, it could have been 10 minutes ago. They're all the same for me. I heard and learned that, and I thought it was from you, Melissa. Somebody I can't believe we never had all this, no VD. And somebody goes, well, there's one, and it's not the one you think. And I was like, what? And then that conversation ended because we are all friends. And I didn't go.
I was there for that.
I didn't go, who is it until I just didn't care enough. But it was also kind of startling, and my brain ran through some likelies. And then I was like, fuck it. We got to order dinner. Like, it was just, that's how it went. Then at this, cut to last weekend when we were all together and most of us are in the room and somebody blurts out, yeah, I did. And it was no fun. And I was like, what? Sister Mary Perpetua? It was you?
Oh.
I was like, what the hell? Are you out of your mind? And I could not believe what I was hearing. And it was, ain't no big deal. Everybody gets them. And it was little.
Everybody does really get them. If you had to survey emergency physicians who, because you have to, at the emergency department, really give all of your information. You just do. They need to know everything so they can assess everything. And everybody has something.
Well,
but our group of friends seem to have.
She had something. We have some real adventurers out there, and I would say that in the category, this person would fit in the category of adventurers. But beyond that, if there was a carnival mallet up to the ringing the bell, this would be somewhere in the middle of that range. This is not the bell ringer who you would think, oh well, I mean, what do you expect? So. Anyway, and more power to you. There's no shame in it. Do you know what I'm saying? There's no shame in it. It's honestly, I'm super over shaming people for shit that happens with your bodies because it is as random. I mean, people get lice and it doesn't mean boo to you. People get mental illness. People have heart disease. People break a bone. People stub a toe. People get gonorrhea. All of these things, right, should be in the same classification of medical conditions that occur to the body. And the fact that one is somehow, strep throat is privileged and deserving of love and cuddles from mommy,
but mono
or whatever. I mean,
is judged as the kissing disease that you're a whore to get it.
Great. My kid had mono. I mean, I didn't anyway. Yes.
Whore.
Whore. He is a little bit free with his,
whore
expression of love. Anyway.
Now I know which kid it was. That's great.
Oh, it was Rock. It was super the Rock. Up top, Rick Rock. Bring it. Yeah, I'm surprised the whole class didn't get mono. Anyway. That's what happens when you're good looking. He's a good looking dude.
Everybody wants to break me off a piece of that.
Hey, God bless him. He's a lot more than that, but that's the first thing you notice. So,
hey, you'll also let us know, kind of like when I was trying to get pregnant and everybody asked and you weren't. You're like, no, I'm not fucking pregnant. You'll let us know when the acceptances start rolling into your house.
I will. I will say a couple things. Rocco runs with the crowd who they are the brightest of the bright at a school that is very selective. It's an independent school. It's not a public school. So it's a smaller class, and he runs with a pretty swanky crowd, and their acceptances are coming in fast and furious. And I have made a decision. Everybody knows that he has applied to a bank of 6, and now the debate is, as things begin to happen, do we wait and apply to another bank? And what I've decided to do, I don't know what he's going to do, is wait for the entire process to be completed and then announce, right? So it's, instead of on this rolling basis, we get into, Sweardmore or whatever the place is. No, we're just my goal is to buy a hat. I haven't told anybody this. My goal is to just buy a hat of every place that he's been accepted and then lay them all up on the table, and he can, pick the hat. But I think
that's adorable.
I think
that.
I think just the idea of, even if you don't want to go there, I'm going to tip the hat. Thank you for the acceptance. He's got one of his close friends is going to the School of Engineering at Columbia. Congratulations to her, right? Well deserved. His other best buddy that he hangs out with has already, I told you, completed an interview at Stanford. He's very likely going there. So others already have their scholarships because of sports to Division I schools. These are top-notch kids who deserve every accomplishment that they themselves have earned with the full support of their parents and community. They didn't do it alone, but they were the tip of the spear. God bless them. Godspeed. And you know what? My kid is on his own trajectory. He is doing extraordinarily well. I'm not worried about him going to college, but I am worried about him going to a college that makes me feel like I can raise a glass at that lady's table. And if I can't, guess what? It ain't about me. It's about my kid. So
let me ask you, is college reveal as annoying and none of anybody else's fucking business and nobody gives a shit where your kid's going just the same as gender reveal?
I don't think so. I don't think so. You go.
In that what's growing inside your body, nobody gives a shit. You're having a healthy baby, your kid going to a college that's going to be right for him. As long as that happens, whose business? Who gives a fuck? Why is everybody in your uterus? Why is everybody in your acceptance letter? Why? Why is it fodder?
I think that's fair. I will also say, and it can certainly go too far, as everything does, but I think they're comparable in these ways. It's an exciting, lengthy, stressful, multifaceted process that involves more than just the two people in a pregnancy or the one person in the case of the college incubating birthing this little baby, of what will be the next phase of the rest of my life. What will be this transformative, very big deal. So I don't think it's overkill and too much to acknowledge it and ceremonialize it in several ways. I don't think it is the kindergarten graduation with the turning of the cap and the throwing of things. That's nuts. I don't think that kindergarten moving up ceremonies should mimic a high school graduation in any way. That said, I do think that acknowledging the multiple paths and roads that you could go down, or putting a flag in the ground and saying, this is where I want to go. And guess what? I made it. I think there's a lot of stock in that. My kid has one place. He has one place that he wants to go. And I, frankly, forced him to apply to a whole bunch of other places just to make sure you get something. So, and he may not go to the one place that he wants to go. And if that happens, that's why it's so exciting for the kids who have said,
that's in the end.
Well,
in the end saying boy or girl, but the build up to get there and the drama and the farting different color, blue or pink, or the explosion that killed 3 people, that killed Nana. I'm
super hateful on gender reveal. I never really understood it. I think it's dumb. I'm not endorsing it. I don't even think I don't get it. Don't like it. Don't want it. But to turn that all the way around, when it comes to this college business, I really love watching the athletes with their table full of hats, and they say, which one am I going to pick? This is the one, because they all wanted me. I had my choice. To me, I feel like that's an accolade for the kid, which is different than, look at this biology that has, spontaneously been created inside my body. Like that. I don't need a cake for that.
But the kid who chooses the generic path, not the kid who decides to be an apprentice for the next 3 years to an electrician and make more money than your kid who's going to college is going to make, accumulation in the next 6 years. It's for one type of next step. It's not for everybody. It's for, with a gender reveal, it's a boy or a girl, you're having a baby. But when it comes to college or next step, I want you to plant that flag and say, I'm just as proud to be going to this school of plumbing so I can, when your son clogs a fucking toilet, and I can charge you whatever I want to come to your house and fix your car, fix your toilet, fix anything. There are other paths is all I'm saying. There are no other paths with a gender reveal. It's just stupid, very private situation. I want there to be as much fanfare, as many accolades about learning to fear and respect electricity and becoming an electrician, about going to a trade school, about all these other paths that kids can take, because not everybody's meant to join a fraternity and go on a rapey campus and be a douche. Like that's, yay, okay, I could see how you're going to be a douche. Like there are other paths that I would like to see celebrated in a similar way, I guess is really my point.
Well, I'm about to make you very, very happy.
Oh, I can't wait. I like being happy. I'm already happy because you said that. So stop here.
Down here in North Kakalaka, many schools already have trade entrance day. And they put up tables in the school auditorium, and they have the kids come up and say, these 6 kids are going to community college, and let's put up the logo of the community college and shake their hand and snap their picture. And these 6 kids are going into the technical, electrical, trade, plumbing, whatever school. Or this one is going directly into the BMW training facility where they're going to learn to be mechanic for BMW. And P.S. mechanics at BMW who are trained in, South Carolina at the Mecca, the headquarters, their starting salary is $140,000 a year, and it goes up from there. And they generally work from 7 to 3:40 each day. So ain't a bad gig. So these are, they're lauded and encouraged and acknowledged for, this is your life choice. How exciting.
That.
Go get it. It's happening. So they're doing
I love that. We don't do that up here. I told you I was on a committee where they sent to Ferrari. They sent a kid who got this thing in detailing. He was phenomenal.
Super jealous.
And this whole board said, yes, let's celebrate. Not my kid. Not my kid. My kid's going to go to Columbia. My kid's going to go to, but let's celebrate those other kids. Just don't let it happen to me is how they phrased it. And I thought, I hate all of you. Why do I do this to myself? Why do I go out in committee? Because I want to turn it around. I want you to see value in not just getting a 4-year degree and then moving back into your basement. Because I promise you that those kids who are going to train at BMW are not moving back to your basement after they finish their training, or who are earning a trade degree. Yes.
One of the hardest parts of this for me is acknowledging, truly understanding and agreeing that the child I worked so hard to nurture and educate is doing all the things that I asked, believes all the things that I wanted him to believe, because I hate it. He'll stand there and look us dead in the face, and it's like, guess who's coming to dinner? Do you remember this movie?
Of course.
Yeah. So we're guess who's coming to dinner. I all of the things that were most important, we just funneled in, hoping any of it would latch on. And he took these ideas and they stuck to the point where I hate it, because that's when you start to realize as a human, I was going to say parent or an adult, and I'm not really either one of those. So as a human, you start to realize, shit, I didn't really believe it. I wanted the framework of the world to work this way, in the sense that I had a really hard time saying the thing out loud, which I didn't believe in my gut, but I said it and I started saying it a lot. And then I was like, I do believe this. I do believe this. I would say, if you don't feel like you're ready, the child is saying, I'm ready. So fuck you. And what's that all about? I'm like, if you don't feel like you're ready, then take a gap year and go travel around to learn something. Or how about if you don't feel like college is for you, we've been loading this thing where you've got to go there. But guess what? There are lots of life paths. If you love being outside, you become a different person when you're outside. Maybe you're going to be like a couple of the great people in our world, Pete, who comes and takes care of all the, now Pete actually does have a degree now that I mention it, but he is hilarious, he's the landscape guy, runs his own landscaping business. He's outdoors all the time. His biggest concern is that the employees are taking the truck. I forget what the name of his company is, but they take the truck over to the titty bar and leave it parked there at lunchtime. I mean, everybody sees my truck. It's my logo
right.
on the truck. So he ain't with us anymore. I was like, oh, well, shit, Pete.
That's
anyway.
Hilarious.
Yeah. Pete yells at us for letting the dogs go out in the backyard because it's his grass. It's my house and my grass, and I pay Pete to come and take care of the grass. But he goes, y'all listen. Pay me a lot of money. Come out here and take care of this.
Fertilizer.
It's not. Melissa, it's not. There is mulch in the back. This area, you're paying me to keep it green. And when he pees on it, there's only so much I can do. So anyway, so I'm thinking, I say to Rocco, listen, you can be outdoors all the time. You could be a park ranger. You could be anything. You could be and, he's like, oh, I know. I don't even want to go to half of these schools that you're talking about. It's ridiculous. Why would I ever pay that money just for a piece of paper? It's the stupid, so he starts to sort of believe all the things that find value in things. Don't believe what everyone else says just because it's the way it always was. And I hear him saying this stuff and I'm like, no, I didn't really mean for you're going to be able to be a park ranger. You can't be that. You have to go to the expensive school. You've got to pay $1 million and be dead forever. And he's like, nope.
You wanted to raise an independent thinker,
Oh,
and
he
you
fucking
did,
is.
and now you fucking regret it.
It's awful. I want a sycophantic, terrified.
Do what I say.
Yes.
Yes.
Little
No.
automaton. I want a little smiling robot who has clean hair and, brushed teeth and clean nails. That's all I want.
No.
That's all that I want.
No.
And maybe a shirt with buttons. Is this so much to ask?
Yes, because you did better than that. And later in life, you'll be grateful. But now it's very frustrating because after you raise that independent thinker, you need to take that fish off the hook and let it swim.
Rocco I was just going to say.
Unless you're Stuart and you fished and you've killed it. So it'll just float right next to the dock or your boat.
Oh, Stuart, no.
Or we can make a vegan
release,
bag.
Or kill and watch die.
Kill and watch die. And then we can make a vegan bag out of it.
It's just pleather. It's just pleather.
He's
going to make a great man if I could just get him there.
No, he's there. He's got all of the elements. Now he just needs the situations in which to be put. Sorry, that was the worst sentence.
You're going to college.
Structure. No, it was grammatically correct, but it was dumb as fuck. If he's put in all the situations, he will make the right decisions. You just have to take him off the hook. You have to take him off the leash. You have to release the hounds. And you have two others that you have on leash that you could still break and fuck up, but that one it's time to.
Well, we don't have any concerns with them. Petey is already fixated on what college he wants to. He's a freshman and he has identified the college he would like to go to before he's thought about his major. He has identified the scores that he needs to get there. He is thinking about how can I improve my grades and maybe hone in on my extracurriculars so they're lining up a little bit better with what I need. Yeah, I can't get Rocco to think that way, and we have applications out. So these are very different people. And Paulie, the little one, just does not get there is anyone who has ever met him will pull you aside and have the conversation. He's so spectacular. He is my favorite. I love him. He is so, oh my God, you're so lucky. Sparkle, sparkle, sunshine. So that's what happens. By the time, you get down to the third one, we're distracted. So he gets everything that he needs from us, and we don't have time to fuck him up as much as we did the other two. And we're so busy yelling at the other two that he's able to see, oh, if I do that, here's what happens. And then, so he doesn't make those. So the last one in line, no matter how many are in front of you, always do better in a
You don't have to
different way.
tell me. I'm the third child. I'm the third of 3. So I saw
I
everybody
knew you
do
were
everything
perfect.
wrong. No, that is not true. That is not close to true. And in proof of that, I'm going to terminate this conversation right now where we discussed nothing we had planned. But yeah, other than fucking up our children and yet realizing they will still be fine.
It's Christmas time.
Merry Christmas.
And Hanukkah time as well. Yes, thank you, friends. And here's a little bonus episode, and we love you, because we do.
Share it. Maybe not this one. Maybe you shouldn't share this one. But, pick another one that was better. Share that one. BrilliantObservations@gmail.com. Tell us what you want to hear. Or how much you love us.
Peace
or
on
not.
earth. Peace on earth
Love you.
and peace out. Bye.
Bye.